My name is Mary Kate Register, and I'll be giving a speech on the Lost Colony, also known as the Roanoke Colony. Have you ever went deep into the woods, explored places of the unknown, places that you probably shouldn't have went, but you still went anyway? Most of us use the place as our backyard, is what I use. I used my backyard to explore as a child. I used my imagination, and with my imagination, I turned it into a new world. Just like a kid, Queen Elizabeth wanted to explore the New World, but instead of her doing it, she just sent a colony and a leader. The colony was organized by Sir Walter with the help of Queen Elizabeth I. He basically asked her for a grant, and the Queen gave it to him. The Roanoke colony was established in 1585 on Roanoke Island, located off the shores of North Carolina in North America. The colonists that went were not that smart. They didn't have any education. They were usually like prisoners or people who were lazy or weren't well liked. Most historians say they were not prepared for the New World at all, especially with the diseases and lack of food that they didn't know how to prepare. They usually didn't know how to grow crops and stuff like that. The colonists also did not have the right behavior for the new land. They didn't really have the personality and the kindness in their heart to understand that the native people were like them. There's nothing difference between them besides the fact that their skin color and a little, I guess, the way they speak. The colonists were not kind to the native people around them. Often, to get their way, they were said to have kidnapped some of the native people and forced them to give them information, food, or even make them do some of their work. Eventually, they started running out of supplies, so the supply ship went back to England to get supplies. Well, while they were getting supplies, they decided to pick up some more people and food and tools. But also, before they left, they made a few settlers stay and watch the islands. But anyway, when they came back from England to the Roanoke Island, things were going okay. They still weren't getting along with the Indians, but it was getting a little better. Well, then again, they started running out of supplies, and just their leader, John White, went. And when he went back to England to get more food and supplies, he basically told them, leave me a message on a tree or somewhere if y'all move the colony or if something goes wrong, and if you're in danger, to leave a cross on the tree. Okay, and it was said that, not that it was said, but when he went over to England on the boat, when he got there, unfortunately, Spain and England were in a war, and England needed all the boats that they had to go to war to fight Spain. This war was a pretty rough war. It lasted 3 years. He did not expect it to last that long. What he expected was to go to England, get supplies, people, and tools, and come back pretty fast. But obviously that did not happen. Instead, he got stuck there for 3 years. But eventually, he hopped back on his boat and traveled back to Roanoke Island. And he landed in Roanoke Island in 1590. And when he arrived, he saw no one on the shore. He saw no one anywhere to be found. But when he went back to where they were, he also saw, carved in the tree, it was said that he saw the word Croatan, and that was a tribe there on the islands with them. They were south of where they lived, though. And it was said that word was carved into the tree. Most people don't know what happened to the Indians. There's a lot of theories. One of the 3 theories is they joined the tribe and that they helped them and helped them survive. They did that so they could survive. The second theory is that a storm come and washed them out. They didn't know how to survive that. Not many people believe that, but it is a theory. The third theory is that the tribe killed them off and stuff like that because of the arguments they were having and how they didn't really get along and stuff like that. I found all my sources on 2 websites off of the GMC library. The first website I used was Films on Demand. The video I used was Roanoke and Jamestown Settlement. The second source I used was JSTOR, I guess that's how you pronounce it, and the document I used was Rayleigh's Lost Colony. Thank you for watching my video on the Lost Colony.